morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I am here to do a little bit of an unboxing video. Please say hello if you have joined me so I know who's following along. So I placed a really small pre-order from the upcoming, I should have it in front of me, shouldn't I? Mini catalog. As Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we get to order a month before the catalog goes live to customers. So this is the new catalog coming up. Hello, Gladys. And it's also going to be Celebration in January and February. For those of you who don't know, Celebration is when, with a minimum purchase, which here in Australia is $90, you get to choose from free products. This is on top of any Stampin' Rewards that you earn. For every $90 increment, you can choose another level 1 product, or there are a couple of things that are available for a minimum $180 level 2. And I have a couple of things to show you today. Yesterday was, if you're in North America, it's still going on through tonight, free shipping day, and yeah, a few more things jumped into my cart. So probably next week or just after Christmas, I will be back to do another unboxing video to show you some more goodies. I cannot show you the inside of the catalogs yet. The catalogs go live on January 5. And then I'll be able to. But if you're in Australia and you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I would be happy to send you your own copies. You will be able to see it online as well. And there's a link from my website, nancysniftynotes.com, once it goes live. But it is much easier to see details and things that are easy to overlook with an actual physical copy. So, yeah, the one other thing I wanted to mention before we jump into things here is only through January 4 can you get Fitting Florets collection. It's got the framed florets stamp set and framed florets dies that are a bundle. Those are in the new mini catalog, but the paper that coordinates with it, which is absolutely gorgeous, is not in the mini catalog. It's only available through January 4, as also this framed and festive stamp set, which I've used several times in the last month, and these, what do they call it, gold adhesive back swirl embellishments. All three of these items are only available in this collection through January 4. So, you know, especially if you're in a place where it's still, December 15, and you can get free shipping, that should jump into your basket, I think. Okay, let's jump into the new goodies. I bought one big suite in this order. And it is the, what did they call it? I think it's the name of the DSP here, if I can find it. Fancy Flora, that's it. The Fancy Flora suite. And yep. So it comes with 6x6 designer series paper called Fancy Flora, and two-tone Flora die. This is a two-step stamping, two-tone Flora stamp set, which is two-step stamping, and then also coordinating two-tone Flora dies. I have not opened these and looked at them yet, so we can do that now. Oh yes, this is the one. So these are outline dies that coordinate with the images in the stamp set. And then there is this one, and there was, I did a the team I'm on, Kylie's team, we did a walkthrough of the catalog the other night, and she pointed out that when you do this on cardstock, usually these things would cut out all the way around. This edge would be a cutting edge. This one does not have that, and I'm going to run it through right now to show you, which for those of us here in the South Pacific, or any place where we use A4 cardstock, is a great thing, because previously things would cut out and work really well on card fronts on letter cardstock and be kind of oddly shaped for us. And now you can trim it to fit exactly how you want, and it's going to work. That's not about to fall off here. Work much better for our card fronts. Now I can see, I'm going to run it through a second time. This is going to make a lot of stuff to poke out. So I'm bringing in, I have this I use a paper pumpkin box or a kit box. Ooh. With my brush and pokey tool to work on getting these things out. Because I ran it through twice, it shouldn't be too hard to get stuff out of here. Let's see. If you don't have the old die brush like I do, you can get it as an add-on for your take your pick tool, and you just unscrew, I think it's, I can't remember if it goes into this end or probably this end. Again, because my brush is still in good shape, I haven't invested in the one that goes on the take your pick tool, but if it ever dies, which they do, the bristles do come out eventually. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Just gonna set that aside for a minute, and then just a quick brush on the die should get these out. They've gotten better, yeah, about making them easy to come out. So that's pretty quick and easy for something so intricate. Awesome. Okay. And I'm just gonna, some of them were on my plate here. Just get those cleaned off. Okay. So what's next? Oh, so those are the dies. Where's my package? That coordinate with the two-tone Flora stamp set. And then the other stamp set in this bundle is the Something Fancy. And they are some pretty good sentiments. I think they have prettier fonts, but those are readable. I can deal with that. But what's really cool is this set of label dies, which I think are awesome. And it looks like they have the dies that cut out the shapes, and then these inset ones, I believe, well, we can, just gonna put one through on a scrap and see what they cut. Yeah. So I think what you would do is line it up on the die like that, and then it would, when you ran it through, it would cut out a little leaf image in your tag. which is pretty cool. Oh, and there's another hexagon, just like in Beautiful Shapes. That's cool. So those will be fun to use. And then also, then there's the accompanying stuff that goes with, oh, I was going to show you all of the papers too. Okay, so this is 48 sheets, what, four of each sheet. So these are the two different sides is what I'm going to show you of each piece. And this looks like one we had a couple years ago that was lots of daubs of paint. And like textured paint on canvas. I will tell you right up front, there are a bunch of these that frankly do not look that pretty just as they are. But in our walkthrough the other night, when I saw some samples with things done over it and, you know, kind of cut strategically, it turns out beautiful. So a lot of these are just dauby stuff, and then some of them are more like flowers. And I think it's just going to depend on what you pair it with, whether it becomes something really interesting or like this is just, I don't know. I debated long and hard about whether to buy the paper or not. And I'm glad I did because it's going to coordinate nicely with stuff. But this is definitely one that I'm going to have to work a little harder at using. And once again, I personally am not a fan of 6x6. I just find it so less useful than 12x12. But I think this page is probably my favorite out of the pack. And this is the back side. Although this one comes pretty close too. So, and look at how that goes with that shimmer, but we'll get to that. And this one, even though the colors are kind of muddy, it actually is one of the prettier pages. The back side, maybe not so much. And this one's another favorite. So all the good ones are at the end. And there's that one. And the back side is that, which is also not bad. So I think it just depends on what colors you like. Some of them are a little muddy to me. Okay, so that is the Designer Series paper, and you could see this is called Fine Shimmer Paper, and I haven't opened it up yet. There we go. Let's see what it is. It is very shimmery, but it's also, it's very fine, like they said. So it's a little less textured than the metallic shimmer paper. But okay, so what colors is this? Let's see. Fresh Freesia, soft succulent. There's the soft succulent fresh freesia and gold. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And then you can see how that goes there. This one has got some fresh freesia in it. Look at that. Nice. So like I said, these papers are going to work better with depending on what you match them with. And then also part of the suite are these iridescent pastel gems, and they say they are Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue, although that also looks a lot like this soft succulent, and gold, which, yeah, in this situation it does look gold. When I was looking at it earlier against the white, it looks more like, I don't know, very vanilla, but so it's versatile. It's versatile. So that's good. Oh, and then the final thing is this Balmy Blue Grow Grain. Oh no, Pool Party, sorry, Grow Grain ribbon. I don't know. Pool Party, soft succulent, it all looks roughly the same. So it's good. It's all going to work well together. In the catalog, if you have it, on one of the pages where they're featuring this suite, they've taken this, grab my snips here to open up this plastic. They've taken this ribbon and they did something really neat. Again, that catalog walkthrough helped me see a bunch of things that people notice things and point it out. It's like, oh, I didn't notice that. There we go. So let me bring in a piece of scrap. And they had colored with, I think we decided it was Orchid Oasis on this ribbon. Let's see if I can recreate it here. Yeah, and it recolors, and I was thinking that maybe the selvage had resisted because they had the selvage not covered, but I think they just went very carefully and didn't get the selvage. Yeah, that's how they did it. On one of the projects, you can see that the inside has been colored and the edge is still the pool party. So that's pretty cool. Again, even though your ribbon is colored already, doesn't mean you can't color over it. So very fun stuff to play with. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, get rid of that. What's next? Let's see here. Oh, we now have small blending brushes, which is great because I have some, just before Stampin' Up! Came out with blending brushes, I had bought some no-name ones off of Amazon, and it included a variety of sizes, and I liked the smaller ones for a bunch of things, so I'm so glad they came out with the smaller version from Stampin' Up! Too. So these are cool. Also in the catalog, they now have a holder. They just stand up like that in the holder. If you use the Stampin' Up! Storage for ink pads, it will sit right on the top of one of those, and you've got the topper on there. It'll fit right on top. Yep, I'm still using my ultra fancy, I've probably shown you this before. This is just a tin can that I've decorated with designer series paper and a ribbon. I've got a couple of them. So that's my fancy blending brush storage. Because I'm cheap. So what, so I was going to show you this. I bought the Sweet Citrus bundle, and that has this stamp set. Enjoy the sweeter things in life. Have a zesty birthday. Thanks a bunch. Sending you a big squeeze, and then able to make the citrus fruit there. And then it's got one of these hybrid embossing folders, and I took out the folder itself when I was labeling stuff yesterday, but didn't take out the Sweet Citrus dies. Let's see what these are. Oh my goodness. So, for the flowers and leaves, and then this coordinates. This is going to go on this embossing folder. It's going to go like that. Or does it go? Yeah, it's going to go like that because it doesn't fit going the other direction, Nancy. So these will work all together, really and truly. So you don't have to do it in 2 steps. You can do it in 2 steps, but you can just line up and cut all in one. I thought I'd do one to show you. And you use your gray 3D embossing folder with just the base platform. Platform number 1. I'll show you here. That, and just that one for 3D embossing folders. And let's see what we came up with here. There's that. Oh, something must have moved a little bit, but look at that embossing on there. And then if I want, I have them cut out. And you can, of course, do it without the die in there. And be able to just get a background piece. Which on this one may be my favorite, but depends on what I'm gonna do. I saw a card by Maheswari, teammate on Kylie's team, and she had gone in and sponged and cut and she does very elaborate cards, and it was just gorgeous. But this one, I like this one. That's why it was one of the first ones to go into my cart. So that is Sweet Citrus. And then what do I have to share with you? Now I'm down to the celebration things I bought or ordered. And I went ahead and did 2 of the level 2 items. One of them is this Beautifully Happy stamp set, which is a 2-step stamping, and it's got some of that distinctive etching, and it's clear mount, which is great. And I have seen some very pretty things made with this already. For a feel better kind of day, sending happy thoughts for a feeling better kind of day, sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday, thank you, you are easy to love, and kindness matters. So that's a nice set to be able to play with for a few months. And then I also got the very large pack. Remember, this was free with a minimum $180 purchase. It's called Dandy Designs, and the colors in this are Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. And I just thought they were fun, bright, playful, and I'll show you each of these as well. One of the things I really like is when they make it so that, yes, they're very different patterns, but they work well together on each side. When they don't work well together, it's frustrating to me because I've got some designs where you want to see both sides of the paper. Look at that. That's very pretty. This one's got a subtle hexagon design on it. Let's see if I can get the camera to pick it up here. Yep, good. And then this plaid on the other side. These balmy blue polka dots with stripes on the other side. Another balmy blue. Oh, look at that. With Calypso Coral and balmy blue squares. There's Mango Melody squares. Oh, I said Calypso Coral, didn't I? I meant Coastal Cabana. This is Calypso Coral. Those two are nice together. Fresh freesia. And another fresh freesia with some, I think that's Calypso coral. And some light Calypso coral with more fresh freesia. And Calypso coral with that shallow chevron pattern. Nice. And another mango melody with some little daisy tea flowers. Nice. So I'm looking forward to playing with all of this. I hope this has given you a good sneak peek about what's coming up. Like I said, I ordered more yesterday, so I'll be back with another unboxing video once that arrives here. And until then, I will definitely be back next Wednesday, the 21st at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That would be Tuesday evening for friends in North America. And I will see you then. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.